Hi, I'm the Global Runner and I'm aiming to go under 2.5 hours in the marathon aged 50, with the first step being under 2:40 in the Carmel Marathon in 4 weeks' time. In this episode we go from snow to surf, I crash my drone, brilliant, a chicken hugs another chicken, and I ace a maths test. What's the difference between 92 miles and 100 miles? Well, it's 8 miles, isn't it? But I am headed off for the long run of the week. I'm going to do 20 miles with the last 8 at pace. So here we go with the 20-mile long run with 8 miles at pace at the end. Okay, so we are just over 8 miles in, coming up to an hour, and I have my unfeasibly tall friend here who's running with me, who's taken me to about 20k. Okay, that is just under 12 miles done, so I'm going to change into the Vaporflies. I just want marathon pace, which I'm going to call 6:10 a mile. So my plan was to do a 100-mile week, and I thought I'd get off to a good start with a big 20-miler with some serious paces at the end, and I was really happy with these. As you can see, I was looking for about 6:05 and I was beating them by a good 10 seconds every mile. So I'm really happy with the effort I put in here and the result. Okay, so finished my run, 20 miles with the last 8 miles hard, or marathon pace really. And so I was aiming to get sort of maybe 6:05, 6:10. I'm at altitude, so you've got to give yourself a little bit of leeway for that. So 6:05 is actual marathon pace, but I would have been happy with 6:10. Not sure what the average was. It probably was about 5:57, so I'm happy with that. Felt like a decent effort, so very happy with that. Sunday I was in Banff, so in the morning I did a nice hour easy where I did 8 miles or 13 kilometres at a nice easy heart rate and a nice easy pace, just enjoying myself and recovering from the exertions of the day before, and I did feel a bit tired, to be fair. And then Sunday afternoon I did a nice easy shakeout run. It's a glorious day in Calgary, and I'm going to take advantage by doing a double threshold. Okay, so here we go. 10 by 3 minutes with 2 minutes recovery. Okay, first one done, about 5:37 per mile pace. Hopefully we can keep it around that. Okay, 2 done. That was 5:32. I'll check in again once I've got a few more done. Okay, 5 done. Halfway. It's important to remember you're not going full out on these. I'm a bit worried I've gone too hard. The last one was 5:24 pace. Okay, 2 to go. The last, say 5, have all been about 5:24, 5:25 pace, which is about, I don't know, 3:20. Canadian Grease agree, which I'm very happy with. We'll see if I regret it at the tempo later today. Monday afternoon, I did a 20-minute tempo. And I had in my head that last time I ran this, I was in Toronto and I ran pretty well. I did sort of 5:36 a mile for the tempo. And then today I was feeling a bit tired, but I hung in there, but still a decent session. And I averaged 5:42 a mile, which is still not a bad session. Oh, and I crashed my drone. Brilliant. Tuesday I got some miles in. I did 11 miles or 18k, nice and relaxed. Wednesday the snow came back to Calgary, so I stayed on the treadmill and did 8 miles easy with some efforts at the end. So it's Thursday and the palm trees should give away the fact that we are no longer in Kansas, Dorothy. We are in Hawaii. So I managed to escape the snowstorm and I'm here for some welcome warm weather training. And I was going to do an easy hour today, which would have brought me up to 100 miles for the week, and that was the plan, 100 miles for the week. But I've got here today and I'm tired from the travel and my knee is a little bit sore. And so rather than risk it, because I've got a big run planned for tomorrow, I'm just going to take today as a rest day, which took a bit of doing mentally. Like, I had 100 miles in my head to do for this week, and I've got to get over the fact that it's just an arbitrary number. I mean, what's the difference between 92 miles and 100 miles? Well, it's 8 miles, isn't it? But the point being, it's just a random number that I've picked that I would have liked to have done. And I think forcing it is going to risk injury. So I'm going to be sensible, take a rest day today, and then really hit it with the big run of the week tomorrow. Okay, it is Friday at 5:22 in the morning Hawaiian time, and it is pitch black outside. I think it's at least an hour before the sun gets up, so I'm going to get some miles under my belt without any heat. I'm surprisingly nervous about this actually, which is a bit weird. Again, I want to go large. I've got 30 in my head, but I'm not going to do anything stupid. So, I'll see you in a while. So the first thing to note about the run is I didn't get to 30 miles again. I got to 28 and I felt at that point that I'd done what I needed to do. I'd gone over distance, and that really was the main objective of the run. You can see the first 3 miles, I struggled a bit to get going. I don't know if it's because it was dark or because it was early. I was wearing the Vaporflies to protect my legs a bit, and I think that worked. I think the legs are certainly less beaten up than they were last time. But at slower paces, I really struggled with them. I found them a little bit difficult to run in. But once I started getting into my stride and picking up the pace a bit, they definitely were the right choice of shoe. So this run took me to 90 miles for the week, which is, about 150 kilometers. It's a big week. I'm happy with it. And there's 3 weeks to go before the marathon, so it's time to recover and then pick up the pace. Okay, done. That got hot at the end, but I was operating. I was a little bit slower than last time I ran that type of distance. Happy with it. I guess it was a failure. I didn't get to 30 miles. I got to 28 again. And I didn't get to 100 miles this week, so double failure this week. But I do feel like that was the last hard week that I needed. And now I'm going to really focus on pep and speed and making sure that, 6-minute miling feels easy. A good week overall. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. 3 weeks to go.